Recently, I watched a video from a YouTuber by the name of Kyla Elizabeth that was about the updated face reveal of the Quarians shown in Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Ever since, it's been on my mind to the point that I decided to make this video to kind of air out my thoughts on the subject. Personally, I've never really been the biggest fan of aliens that are just humans with relatively minor differences. Part of the reason I don't much care for how the Asari look because they are just humans with blue skin and mind-moving tentacles instead of hair. So you would imagine that when I first saw this image of Tali, I would have the same reaction. However, I found myself not really being bothered with it, and actually over time grew to like it. Well, it's literally just a human face, you might say. Why couldn't they go with a design that was more alien? And to that I say, there's two ways that I personally prefer aliens, and that is monstrous or uncanny. Mass Effect has a lot of great designs that fit the more monstrous level, like say the Turians, the Krogan, or the Solarians. And then you got races like the Asari who are mostly human with a distinct feature that differentiates us from them. All of these designs are something your brain can easily understand as not human. But one thing Mass Effect doesn't have a lot of, or at all I don't think, are alien designs that are on the more uncanny level. Not aliens that freak you out, but aliens that make your brain do a double take as it tries to properly identify what it's looking at. Yes, this is just a human face, but that's the only human part about Quarians. Look at their entire body. They walk on two toes, have 3 fingers, long, slender arms, and a relatively skinny body in comparison to humans, and a more forward-leaning neck. All of these features add up, forming what could be Mass Effect's most interesting alien look. Imagine for a second you're walking on the street when somebody calls your name. You look over to see a man with glowing eyes waving you down. However, the glowing eyes aren't the weirdest thing about him, as the hand he's waving at you with has 3 long fingers. Your first instinct would be, something is wrong with that person, until you realize that it wasn't even a human, it was a Quarian who's risking sickness just to talk to you. I think something like that would be a cool experience in the new Mass Effect game, and would be a nice change of pace from what we're used to. Now, with all that being said, would I be disappointed if they changed their designs to more resemble the concept shown here? Not really, to be honest. I'm not married to how the Quarians' faces look in general, since in my mind they'll always just be those 2 glowing eyes in a fishbowl. Their look is iconic to me. Their suits are what separates them from the other races and is what I associate them with. They are my favorite species in this franchise, and their suits will always be the most important part about them, rather than what their faces look like. But what do you think? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, because it's been something that it's kind of been like a earworm. It's just been on my mind ever since I watched that video, because I really think they can do a lot with it, and there's a lot of potential with this current look, and it kind of just makes me hyped, or not hyped, but giddy about Mass Effect's future. But besides that, this is my first Mass Effect video. I want to make one about like what I'd like to see from the next Mass Effect game, not in terms of story, but more in terms of gameplay and all that. But I need to finish Andromeda, which I'm currently like struggling through. But I do want to make this video because there's a lot of talk around the next Mass Effect games in terms of story and setting, but not a lot around gameplay, which I think I want to talk about, because I think there's a lot of things that the new Mass Effect game could do in terms of that. But yeah, anyways, hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Talk to you later.